Obviously, the society is definitely not equal, especially everything that's been going on in 2020. It's not, it definitely, you can tell that everything is not equal. Everyone is not treated fairly, they're not giving people their rights.
Singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet. Blow rockin' Robin, 'cause we really gonna rock 'em tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. The wise or loud, the big black crow, flap of their wings, sing and go, bird, go. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. A pretty little raven at the birdman stand, talking about the pop and it was grand. They started going steady and bless my soul. He out popped the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, popping and a singing his song.
I can breathe. Please, the name of it. I can breathe shit.
Bro, get up, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get up, get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole time, man.
Oreo, he rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet. Slow rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight.
It's a big issue. It's a horrible issue, and it's going to be a very important one. It's called law and order. We want law and order.
Hello, my name is Saba, and over lockdown, myself and some friends produced a short film made over Zoom, facilitated by filmmaker Jamie Panton. We talked about subject around race equality. We caught up with Kizzy Crawford and Uzo Iwobi to discuss these topics.
Hi Saba, I'm a singer-songwriter, play guitar, I produce my own music, and I perform when it's not COVID.
Waiting game is over, so get back here, you know the drill. This waiting game is over, for your own sake.
I was about 16 when I started doing gigs and sort of making a living from doing it, and the Welsh music scene was really supportive. I've grown up in a pretty musical family, so my mum used to play a wide range of music growing up, and when we used to visit my dad, he was the same, so I was always like around lots of music. The Eisteddfod was something that I always took part in every year. It was always singing or playing the violin, singing in choirs, dancing even. And that gave me the confidence to get up on stage. So I identify as Welsh Bayesian. Because my Bayesian, so Barbados, because my dad's side of the family are all from Barbados, and then I've grown up in Wales. Although I was born in England, we moved to Wales when I was like 3, so I've grown up around Welsh culture, and I speak Welsh as well. And what would you say is your thoughts on the music industry and equality in that sense, black artists? What would you say your thoughts are? Are there many opportunities for black artists in Wales, or even further afield? Yeah.
So I think definitely as I've got older, I've seen there's a lot more support, especially, with Black History Month. I think there has needed to be more at times, but on majority, in my experience, and also my sister Edith's experience as well, we've had a lot of support. But I always think there needs to be more, especially, and I think this year especially, there's been a lot more awareness because of Black Lives Matter, and so therefore there has been more opportunities and more support, opportunities to speak about experiences and share experiences and that sort of thing.
In terms of equality, what would that word mean to you?
So I just think equality is treating everyone as human, really, and not, thinking that there's an issue with skin colour, although that's been a problem for centuries. It's at high time that came to an end and people just started seeing everyone as humans equally. And I think, this year things have started to change a lot quicker, which is great. I think, COVID and lockdown has been an opportunity for everyone to sort of step back and think, okay, what actually is changing in the world? And that is definitely one of them.
My paid job is I work as a specialist advisor on equalities to the First Minister. I work to the Deputy Minister and Chief Whip, and together we serve the First Minister in the Cabinet on equality. Okay, well, it was absolutely wonderful to arrive in Wales. I thought it was a lovely, lovely place until I went to the job centre in 1993. My background is law. I studied law. I'm a solicitor. I just couldn't get a job in the legal profession because in the job centre in 1993, they told me I couldn't get one because I was black. It was shocking to me. That was the first time that I've heard anybody say anything racist to me, and it happened inside the job centre. But that woman was right. I couldn't honestly get any jobs in the legal profession for whatever reason. So my first earliest jobs in Wales was working in a toy factory in Toys R Us. I was serving on the tills. It was £2.40 an hour. And also I was working in the factory packing crisps because I thought if I'm not going to get a job, I've applied in 55 places and I did very well in school. I passed all my exams. I did really well. I'm not going to sit around and go on the dole. I want to work and I want to do something. I'm not originally from Wales. I was born in Nigeria, and it was the first time that I'd ever left Africa to come to Swansea. So I was very lonely. And I put out an advert in the Evening Post and I emailed some organizations and I said, are there any Africans or African Caribbeans in Swansea? Please, let's meet. I'm so lonely. I don't know about you. I don't have my parents in Nigeria. I don't have any family here. And I just need people to talk to. And that was how the African Center started. 4 people turned up. And one of them was Jill Duarte, who's now the director of African Community Center. So that was how we started. And today they've got over 537 members and they're employing a number of people from all backgrounds. And it's just wonderful. And then with Race Council, I was once one of the commissioners to the Commission for Racial Equality. During Tony Blair's cabinet era, I was interviewed for this job by his ministers, and I was successful at interview. So I was appointed as one of the 13 commissioners who would oversee the Race Relations Act.
Okay, so you talk about the racial equality and into your experience that you've been through a lot and you have met lots of people in your daily life, yeah? So what is the importance of equality for you?
So I really, really, really believe that equality is not easy to implement. Equality, I prefer the word equity, that where people can actually make policies and do actions and say statements that ultimately result in everybody getting a good outcome from a situation. So equality, for example, if I say to people, welcome to this event, there's an ice cream machine down there, help yourselves, feel free, you're welcome. One person is blind, one person isn't blind. Equality is welcome everybody together, off you go and get ice cream. But one can't get it because they're blind. They're going to need some additional support to walk to that ice cream machine and help to actually operate the machine so they can get benefit from it. So what we're saying is sometimes equality doesn't result in equal outcomes. What we want is equity. So it is different treatment depending on who the individual is. But ultimately, we want them to come out to that positive, powerful outcome like everyone else.
One final question. What would you like to see for the future for young people racially? What's your future for what's the future for young people?
I would love to, have the experience of going back to school and just not feeling different because of the colour of my skin. Like, why is that a thing still? That's where it needs to start, in the schools and through education. I would just love to not keep having to hear, awful stories and, about people struggling be a thing anymore.
If you had to give advice to the younger generations, what would it be?
Wow. Andre, that is a fantastic question. I would say dare to be different, dare to speak, dare to believe, dare to challenge, dare to live your full life, dare to be you. Don't be anything anybody else is trying to turn you into. Just be yourself, because you are Black, you are beautiful, you are ethnic minority, you are just absolutely stunning in your life. Believe that you are. Stand up for your rights, stand up for what you believe. And no matter the battering you take, stand up. Teach yourself, you want to improve yourselves. My advice is don't let anything stand in your way. The only barriers are barriers in our heads. People get into your head and live there rent-free. They tell you, you can't, you can't, you can't. If I'd listened to anybody, I'd never have applied to work for the First Minister, never. Because they would say he would never want a Black woman. Certainly not one from Nigeria. Certainly one that never worked in the Welsh government. But I thought the worst they can say is no. I can live with a no. I'm going to put in for it. And I'm going to fight my hardest to get that opportunity. So dare to be you and dare to be the best you can be.
We still have golden souls if it don't show. Leave it go, I am gold, that's me. I'm golden girl, I've been told to believe. Golden brown, and I'm proud to be.
However difficult the moment, yes, sir. However frustrating the hour, it will not be long, no, because truth crushed earth will rise again. Yes, sir.